Welcome, beer club lovers. We're here at Beachwood Brewing Company in Long Beach, California, with the brew team here. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Karl, I do sales for Beachwood.
I'm Daniel. I am Principal Brewery Manager at our Huntington Beach location.
I'm Gene, and I'm the lead brewer at the Long Beach location.
So where are each of you guys originally from?
I'm originally out of Southern Oregon, down the Falls, by way of Seattle. I found myself down here, and then started actually working with Beachwood we used to be self-distribution, so I used to do the deliveries and helped out with some of the operations side of like routes and getting beer out to the people. So I'm now here in Long Beach doing the selling, the talking.
Awesome.
I'm from Palmdale, California. Always dreamed of getting out, and I did. Here.
Awesome. Is this your first brewery you work with?
Yeah, I helped open a brewery in Colorado. Moved out of there pretty quickly, and now I'm in Long Beach.
Great.
Loving it.
So I'm originally from Connecticut. Looked at getting it out of the healthcare industry. Ended up interning here in 2014, and then was hired on it. So.
What was the first beer you've ever had? And then what was the first craft beer that kind of changed the game for you guys?
I want to say it was probably like Coors Light or something was my first ever beer. And then I do remember specifically Stone IPA was my first craft beer.
Definitely was PBR. My dad used to have a kegerator, and it was past Blue Ribbon was on at the kegerator. So the first beer I ever had was when I was a kid sneaking beers out of that. Probably Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. That was the first, like when I started sneaking into bars. I never did that. I didn't even know what it was half the time. I didn't know it was a Pale Ale. Then I thought that I didn't even know that was a brewery. I thought that was the name of the beer. You know, like I'll have a Sierra Nevada, whatever the hell that is.
I think mine was a Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
First beer you ever drank?
Yeah, my dad.
It was also a craft beer.
My dad gave me.
That's huge. I've heard that one.
So, yeah, Genesee Cream Ale used to be $9.99 for a 30-pack.
All right. Back to our September Beer Club membership beer selections. I think each one of you should introduce one of the three beers, and we're drinking one of them. Carl, you want to tell us about the one we're drinking right now?
Sure, we're jumping right at that one. This is a Hayabusa Japanese style rice lager. There is actually some rice in it, in case you're asking. It's pretty classic, true to style as far as the Japanese rice lager goes. It is a very clean, easy drinking, 5.5%. Lovely lager to have on a hot day. So this one is available all the time. This one and Citra as well. The Haze is actually our seasonal release coming up, so that's a little more fancy one. Daniel, you can probably talk a little more about that one.
Yeah, so Haze, this is one of our monthly releases. It's a hazy IPA. It's nice and juicy, Mosaic Eldorado hops, like super big dry hop amount. Decent mouthfeel, not too over the top, but it's really good. It's got some like a little bit of like blueberry characteristic, but mostly just juice.
You mind telling us about your Citraholic?
Citraholic, flagship IPA, Citra heavy. There's a little bit of Simcoe, CTZ, and Warrior in there as well. Classic West Coast with the kind of more fruity side. You get a little bit of melon, grapefruit juice in there as well.
All right. Well, thank you. Those are the beers for our beer club. We got a couple more questions for these guys. What are your favorite hobbies, and do they pair well with beer?
These guys are both in a band called Hell is a City, which is also a beer that we make here called Hell is a City.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty much all I do besides sell beer, drink beer, is play music. So music has a similar thread in that. As far as the community goes, you can meet strangers and talk about your favorite band or your favorite beer, and you can kind of immediately have this thing in common. There's a really cool kind of human connection and all that.
And your soccer and beer.
Soccer and beer.
Gotcha.
And beer doesn't pair well during soccer, but after
It
soccer,
does.
well, if you're playing.
Oh, yeah.
After you play, though.
Yeah.
I can drink beers and watch soccer.
Yeah.
What do you see as being the next trend in beer going forward?
Pale ales.
I
don't know.
Just no, get it outside.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, pale ales and lagers for sure.
Yeah.
Put that on there. Everyone's loving them. Keep drinking them.
Hey, thanks everybody for joining us. Come on down, see these guys, enjoy, and we'll see you at Simmzy soon. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.